Hello everyone, my name is Brendan Snyder. Thank you so much for joining me and welcome to a special video where I'm going to run through some of my music box sets. And I say that because I've got over 200 plus different music box sets. This stack that you see here has 65 in it that I want to run through with you. No particular order to these, and as you may or may not know, I recently just moved, so I've been unboxing, opening, getting everything out and trying to get it organized. And I don't yet have a place to store my box sets. I may have to get some custom millwork made and or buy some shelving or something of that nature, but had to get them out of the boxes so that I can listen to them. And I've got a couple stacks like this around the house right now, and if this goes well, I may do another one of these for you guys. But right now, I thought we would go through these. They're all different types here. As I said, 65, and we'll dive into that in just a bit here. But before we do, if you're new to my channel and you haven't already hit the subscribe button, please click the button. Also leave a comment, hit like, all those things help support my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. And of course, as an added bonus, by subscribing, you'll be able to stay up to date on all that's going on in the world of music, just like this, with going through some of my over 200 box sets, starting with this stack here of 65. So no particular order here. We're just going to kind of go through, do quick little overviews of it. Neil Young box set, one of his, well, it's the first one that he did in his archive series, covering late 60s, early 70s, I think up to about 72. Always liked the way this opened. It's magnetic, and then you pull that out and the discs are inside there on both sides. But cool archival material by him. Another great one here, hard to come by, might be a little hard to read in the camera there, but it is the Misfits box set, and you got the cool stuff there. I got lucky enough to meet Jerry Only and Doyle, his brother, so I got it signed. But a nice, cool archival collection of all the stuff that they had done up to that point, not any of the newer stuff that was the reformed Misfits. But that there is pretty hard to come by and is a nice little rarity. Got David Bowie box set, Sound and Vision. Now this one, interestingly, is a reissue of the original one that had jewel cases and everything and was a sort of a big square. This one here, smaller rectangle style. But it too is now out of print. 4-disc box set, very cool, covering the whole career up to that point when it was done. This one here is a cool goth style box set, 4-disc, 3 CD, 1 DVD box set. That's just the card that tells you everything that's in it. There's the other discs in the book that pulls out of it like so. But this covers all kinds of different bands. We got Joy Division, The Cure, Bauhaus, Southern Death Cult in here, Dolly's Car. But yeah, Rubicon and a whole bunch of others. So that was a cool one. I do like compilations like that when I'm in a particular mood and I don't want to listen to radio. I can throw something like that on. Megadeth War Chest. Always liked this one. It's got the raised cover here of the bullet belt and everything. This had a nice lot of rarities and stuff on it. It's 5-disc, 4 CD with DVD. We've got the cool Metallica, Slayer, and Megadeth and Anthrax Big 4 box set of their live performances when they did those couple stadium shows. Got a small little mini Rolling Stones Grr box set, which was celebrating their 40th anniversary. We're now at their 50 plus. Well, gee, really, actually, I guess we're getting ready to get to their 60th anniversary. So this was actually the 50, sorry, celebrating 50. 40 Licks celebrated the 40th. This was celebrating 50, and we're getting ready to celebrate 60, so we'll probably be getting a new kind of box set for that. This one here was a 3-disc version. I've got a 4-disc version with a whole bunch of bonus stuff that's a lot bigger. That's in another area. You'll see that one at a different time. The Winery Dogs Dog Treats. This one's cool. Reissued this album and it added in some cool little features to it. Had a disc of demos, which was why I was interested in it. A DVD of music videos and interviews. And it also had a tour diary and some surprises like keychains and things of that nature in it. REM Out of Time Deluxe Edition. Multi-disc. I think this here is let's see, is this a 3 or 4 disc set? It is a 4-disc set. So again, I like picking these things up when they've got demos and stuff like that as part of them, live releases. Tears for Fears, Seeds of Love, Deluxe Edition. This one here is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 disc box set. Again, all these things are cool. They have, you know, alternate versions and, you know, B-sides, outtakes, stuff like that, remixes. Black Sabbath the End. It's their last show that they performed in Birmingham before calling it quits. Why I liked this one here was it had the Angelic Sessions, which is 5 tracks performed live in the studio. So sort of their last studio recordings included as part of this. You could only get it that way. Black Sabbath Technical Ecstasy Deluxe Edition box set, 4 discs. Reason I like this one here was that it had a new mix of the album. It's remixed by Steve Wilson, but we've also got outtakes and alternate mixes and a live album with that. Another Black Sabbath one here, Super Deluxe for Paranoid. 4 discs again. On this one here, we've got a quadraphonic stereo mix, and then we've got 2 live shows included with it. These are also cool because both of these had replica tour books and things included. This is the one from the Paranoid box set, but I love it when they have the replica tour books included in these. White Snake, Restless Heart. Sorry about the reflections that are on some of these. This one here is a 5-disc collection, it too featuring new remixes and stuff like that. White Snake 1987 30th anniversary edition of it. A lot of cool stuff in that one. A lot of cool alternate mixes, outtakes, demos, that sort of stuff. David Coverdale really does this stuff right, in my opinion. He knows how to do this. White Snake Slide It In Deluxe Edition box set. 7 discs in this one here. 6 CDs, 1 DVD, and that. Got some U2 here, the Unforgettable Fire Deluxe Edition. These are pretty hard to come by now. Features the album, has a bonus audio disc. It's got live remixes, B-sides, outtakes, and a bonus DVD in it. I was only able to pick up that one there. Of course, they've now been reissuing all of those in much more, even bigger deluxe archival releases and stuff like that, but that's one of the early ones. Iggy Pop box set, this one here called The Bowie Years, when David Bowie worked with him on his first 2 albums. So you get that in here, but again, you get some cool archival stuff. Deluxe edition of the last Megadeth album, Dystopia. Limited edition package. It contains the CD in here, but it also has virtual reality goggles that you could use with your phone to watch music video and stuff like that. That was pretty cool. A Danzig Lost Tracks, sort of mini box set because it's just 2 discs that are in here, but cool nonetheless. That one too is hard to come by. Danzig doesn't keep his stuff in print very long. Got an MSG Michael Schenker Group Back to Attack Live 4-disc box set. Whoops, one of the discs there slid out. I'll have to pop that back in. I don't like when that happens, but at least I'm on a carpet floor, so no worries there. Got a Mike Watt deluxe edition of his solo album at the time, Ball Hog or Tugboat. But anyways, kind of a little cool thing there. Just keep it with the collection because it's big, like the long box, you know, box set style stuff. So Sex America Cheap Trick, great box set. One of the early box sets from around 96. 4-disc box set. There weren't a lot of box sets back in the 90s. Cheap Trick was one of the first ones to do it. Genesis Archive number 2, 3 discs. This is of the 80s era, last stuff that featured Phil Collin, my favorite era of the band. That's why I've got that one. Kansas, Sail On 30th anniversary. This one is a 2 CD, 1 DVD box set covering their whole career up to that point. None of the newer stuff. I'd love it if they would do one that would take into account the newer era of the band too. Pretenders, Pirate Radio, 1970 to 2005, 4-disc box set, also featuring a 5th disc DVD with it. Robert Plant, 9 Lives, a little bit different one. Instead of it being this way, it sits this way on it. But of course, when you open it, you do it this way, and you get your book up here on this part, and then all the discs themselves are in little cardboard sleeves that thumb like that, and there's cool stuff in there with the DVD and so forth. I've since been replacing those on in jewel cases and stuff. David Gilmour, Live at Gangst 5-disc box set, 2 CD, 2 DVD, and a bonus CD included in that. That's a really great one. Best Buy exclusive, hard to come by, with a lot of cool extra material that you can't get anywhere else. Bruce Springsteen Born to Run 30th Anniversary Edition. This one is a 3-disc set. Always like this. Deep purple, shades of deep purple, 68 to 98. Can't believe this thing here is already, what, 24 years old. Really need to do an updated version of this, but I also, again, like the way that this one operated. Book here, and then after that's open there, whoop, another disc fell out. So you can see that that happened through the move. This is my first time going into a lot of these, so that's bound to be the case where the disc is going to have settled and popped out, and I'm getting it back in while I'm sitting here because I don't want to leave that to be anything that could happen again. All right, Pink Floyd, The Wall. This one here being a deluxe edition of the live album from 1980 to 81 when they did the tour. Cool little pull-out book like that for it. Cure, Join the Dots, 4-disc box set. Just a typical style one that opens up with the booklet actually attached in the middle of it like that. But everything that's on this is B-sides and stuff like that, outtakes, rarities, and so forth. So great to get that. None of that stuff, at least the versions of those, appear on the albums. Bon Jovi, 100 million Bon Jovi fans can't be wrong. All unreleased material as well from, you know, B-sides and rarities and stuff like that as well. Then we've got Flashback from Electric Light Orchestra, 3-disc box set. One of the cool things about when he did this box set here was that he went in and he enhanced some of the material that's on here, embellishing it or using different, re-recording different things. I know a lot of you guys probably want the original versions of everything, but I've got all the albums, so if he wants to go and do that to some of the stuff on some different releases, a box set, added his bonus tracks, I'm totally cool with it because I've got the original albums. The original albums are in print. Okay, yes, in a word, box set 1969 until, still going. I love that. 5-disc box set, some unreleased material included there. Another favorite of mine, Bruce Springsteen, simply called Tracks. This thing is a 4-disc box set. And kind of, again, cool the way this operates here. You open it and then you've got these little flaps like that. All the tracks on that were unreleased as well. I mean, yes, some of these things popped up on a CD single or as a B-side or something, but not physical albums released by him. AC/DC, Plug Me In. This one is a DVD box set. 3 discs collecting together all their music videos and stuff like that. Another AC/DC, Bonfire, 4-disc box set featuring some cool live releases, Volt, Back in Black, for those about, or Let There Be Rock, the movie. I love unreleased material. I mean, for me, it's not about buying ones that are album collections unless I don't own those albums and or they've included something in there that's rare. But I love box sets that have rarities in it. The Doors box set. So at the time, this came with, you know, different things in here. Not as much unreleased material, but you did have something like Band Favorites, which was a collection of their favorite songs. Future Ain't What It Used to Be, a bunch of live stuff that's included in there. Live in New York performance, and then Without a Safety Net. So a bunch of live and demo things, but they eventually released an Essentials disc that was a selections from that was pretty cool. Smashing Pumpkins, Aeroplane Flies High. This was also a cool one because it collected together all the CD singles from the Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness double album, and then, can't quite get that back in there. And all the B-sides from the different versions of it appeared. So a lot of these had 10+ tracks on each one of them. But that's how that box set came about. And we got Led Zeppelin, simply box set number 2. It was the second of the box sets before they've done anything else. But it collected everything that didn't make the original 4-CD box set and was put into there. And that was the first bit of Led Zeppelin I ever owned, so I enjoyed having that. Bon Jovi New Jersey Deluxe Edition, 3-disc box set, features the album, but it also features a second disc of demos that were never recorded or turned into what was intended to be a double album. So that was cool to get that there. Gang of Four, Content. This one here actually has little vials of their blood in it. Something that they decided to do for that, but a cool thing. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, Playback. 6 discs in here. It's got B-sides and 2 discs worth of rarities, so 3 discs worth of album cuts and 3 discs worth of rarities in there. Alice Cooper, The Life and Crimes of Alice Cooper, 4-disc box set. Always liked the front of this thing where he is behind that, really looking like he is set into it 3-dimensionally. Lots of cool rarities on that. That was one of my faves at the time. That came out in the late 90s. Motorhead, Stone Deaf Forever. So far, their only box set. 5 discs in here, featuring, again, very cool amount of rarities, and a special live disc is part of that. Journey, Time 3, their only box set. Wish they would do another one. This one here has got 3 discs in it and a certain amount of rarities. Some of these earlier box sets didn't have a lot of the archival stuff the way they're focusing on that today, which is why some of these bands like Journey and Aerosmith need to do new ones. Pandora's Box had a good amount of rarities, but again, not a lot. 3 discs in that. See, Babylon's Burning. So this one here is a rough and ready rise of punk rock, 73 to 78, and it's 4 discs, and we've got bands on here like Modern Lovers, New York Dolls, Patti Smith, we've got the Saints, Radio Birdman, Dr. Feelgood, lots of cool stuff in there. Hollywood Rocks. Now this one is a glam metal box set. Not many of those around. 4 discs in this one here, and we've got early tracks, all demo recordings, because you couldn't license the stuff from the major labels. So we've got Rat on here and Warrant and stuff like that, doing early versions of stuff that's kind of cool, and some of it featuring different vocalists who would, you know, instead of Janie Lane, it's got another guy, that kind of stuff. The Who, the A and B sides box set, 4 discs there. Def Leppard, Hysteria Deluxe Edition. This one here is, I believe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 discs, 5 CDs, 2 DVDs. Really milking, you know, Hysteria there. Another really hard to come by box set from Glen, Danzig, Samhain, simply called Box Set, gathering all their stuff together that is extremely hard to come by, including a live album that you could only get this way. And I'm going to change positions here and slide this way so that I can get to the rest of these, and we'll take a look here at a Depeche Mode box set. I like the different between the matte and gloss there, the way that they do to get the title and stuff on it. This thing here is a super box set containing all their albums and 4 discs worth of unreleased. We've got an Alice Cooper Detroit Stories Deluxe Edition that came with all kinds of cool things on the inside of this thing here, including a shirt that's in here, a DVD, and a whole bunch of other little goodies and stuff like that that make those kind of things a lot of fun. Here's that other Neil Young box set that I was talking about. This one being a much bigger one than the other one that picks up right where the other one left off. And this one here is done a little differently, but it's got this major book that's in there, hardback special book. So we've got that. We'll actually move that to the side out to keep it out of the way. Really like this one. This one here is a Midnight Oil box set in an oil tank can, and all of the discs are in there, and it's got a lot of B-sides and rarities. In fact, I believe everything that's included in this, number of DVDs and live albums and B-sides and stuff like that, all unreleased, or at least not in print. So we got the Pink Floyd album Endless River Deluxe Edition. And then we've got the David Gilmour album, Rattle That Lock, Deluxe Edition. And David Gilmour Live at Pompeii, Deluxe Edition. So all of these things feature little extra bonus contents and stuff like that, and books and things like that, which is why I keep them over here in the box set section, because even though they're deluxe editions, there's so much more than just the original sort of 2-disc deluxe album sort of thing. Slash Deluxe Edition box set number 4 for his latest album. Has a cassette inside that one. That was why I wanted it. Aerosmith, another box set by Aerosmith called Box of Fire. Opens up, slides back like that, and it just contained the albums. There's a little disc in here, an EP with I think 4 or 5 rarity style tracks, but otherwise nothing major with that. And then we've got here a Grand Funk box set, Trunk of Funk, and it just opens like that and has all of those inside there, which is cool, collecting the albums together. Slayer, Soundtrack to the Apocalypse, like an ammo case, the way it opens up like that. 4-disc box set. I believe there's a DVD in there as well. And the last thing over here, Rolling Stones. Now this one did not have any music in it originally. Just had a bunch of goodies, but I'm storing in it a whole bunch of things by the Rolling Stones. So DVDs, live albums, deluxe editions, archival releases, plus the books and memorabilia and everything that came with it, making essentially my own special Rolling Stone box set. So there you go, 65 different box sets and things that we went through there from my collection. Hopefully you enjoyed that overview of coming from my more than 200 box set collection. And again, if this video does well, I may explore around and do some more within the new house. All right, hope you guys enjoyed it. Take care, everyone. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.